No, Bernie Sanders is a leader in the leftist movement in this country, a very important figure that knows better, and a very important figure, especially when it comes to talking about Israel, specifically because he is the most prominent and the most popular Jewish American politician. Did you see Bernard did it again? For the second time in the span of a week, Bernie Sanders once again interrupted a campaign rally. Several activists from the United Liberation Front for Palestine called out Senator in Bakersfield, California for his record of Israel amidst the U.S. backed. Bernie again returned his campaign talking points while he refused to engage with the criticism he was facing by the protesters. Dude, I want people to criticize Bernie Sanders' Israel statements in a directional fashion by demanding that he do more, but also explain what the expectations are. There needs to be a little bit more messaging discipline on this, because like asking him to call it a genocide is fair. I think that is a fair demand, right? Like, or asking why he doesn't call it is a fair question, right? But if you're going to be like, oh, your legislative track record is like ass or whatever, why are you constantly voting it? Why won't you call for legislative action against weapons transfers to Israel? Like, then you're wrong. Like, he is doing that. You know what I mean? So get it right. It's important to get it right. Reality, on the other hand, is not wrong. It is right. It's the correct thing to ask. I don't think it's a simple distraction, which is precisely the reason why I tried to enter the conversation when I talked to him personally. When I talked to Bernie Sanders personally, the question that I had for him was like, what do we do about the First Amendment violations from the direction of like protecting Israel? Like, what the administration is doing at the behest of Israel is undermining First Amendment, which is something I know you care about, right? Like, that is a directional way to get Bernie to talk extensively about this issue. I got Bernie's first endorsement. I know I have that in the docket. We, of course, didn't have enough time to cover that, to talk about that. And it's interesting because, like, it's not like Bernie Sanders finds himself at odds with people who do recognize what Israel is doing as a genocide. He is, after all, passing the torch over to AOC, who has recognized the genocide, called it out as it is in Congress. Okay. And same with, you look nervous, lol. It's cool, you got this. Dude, imagine being this level of parasocial where you think I'm nervous. Why the would I be nervous, dumbass? I do this every goddamn day. Are you stupid? Anyway, here's the blast off meme, by the way. Let the people know. Let the people know. This isn't needed, homie. Chill. Don't tell me what's needed. I don't get why people attack one dude fighting for them, though. Like, isn't that just a snake eating his tail? No, Bernie Sanders is a leader in the leftist movement in this country, a very important figure that knows better, and a very important figure, especially when it comes to talking about Israel, specifically because he is the most prominent and the most popular Jewish American politician. Okay. He has so much influential power to change discourse in this country, and he has done that in the past. That's why I'm saying that, like my expectation of him has always been that that he was incredibly underwhelming and incredibly disappointing in the aftermath of October 7 with the lack of communication at first, or even how he communicated about it when he did. You know, man, there are no Jill Stein voters. Yeah, where's Jill Stein? I mean, I asked this question yesterday. Where is Jill Stein? Bernie's out there. Where's Jill Stein? Is she out there? Is she out there? Where you at, Jill? Maybe she'll hear me and then she'll come out. Just kidding. She's like the groundhog. She only comes out every 4 years. She's hibernating for all the work that she's going to put into running for office every 4 years, you know? Classic. Remember this. I'm going to keep hammering this point because a lot of you yelled at me. A lot of you yelled at me. Okay? There's a lot of you that understandably are frustrated with the two-party duopoly that we have. And a lot of you yelled at me. This is not an I told you so moment. Okay? Make no mistake. I don't care. I was right, and that's fine. I always find myself to be correct regardless. I don't even fault you for daring to believe that there's an alternative out there. I don't fault you for the protest that you wanted to have, that you wanted to put forward. But I want you to remember this for one reason and one reason only. 4 years from now, it's going to happen again. Don't get duped. That's it. That's the only reason why I'm saying this. Because I don't want you to get freaking duped 4 years down the line again and forget that she's not here. Why is she not here? Don't you think that she should be here? It's not like the issues went away. Yeah, that is, of course, only if there is another election. What is this? That's a lie. She was just out at a conference. That's a lie. Oh, my God. The Jill Stein heads are in here. My bad. She's doing a 4-year Goku energy surge. Yeah. I simply cannot comprehend the inner machinations of Jill Stein's mind. I can't. How come I never hear a thing about her all year? I follow news every day. Well, I mean, look, the argument there is that the argument there would be like the media doesn't cover her unless she is seen as like a spoiler candidate every 4 years or whatever. What? The Bernie copium is really disappointing. I expected a real change in opinion. What? I'm done having this conversation. It is the least productive conversation of all time. I have poured countless hours into this idiotic take over and over again. If you think that I'm like, unconditionally in support of everything Bernie says and does, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. It's fine, man. Hey, you and the Vanguard is going to magically exist. Go to a Bernie rally and start organizing at a Bernie rally. Stop chirping. Those people that participate in those rallies are literally closer to you in their opinions on Israel than they are to Bernie, but they still go out there and they still show up. It is on you to talk to those people and to guide them in a direction where we can all make meaningful change. Stop chirping in here. You're annoying, okay? It makes you feel like you're doing something. You're not doing anything. You're just being annoying. God damn. This never ends. Holy shit.